Can you see any bright lights at all? Is the light up there somewhere? Do you see it? You gotta look up. Be looking up. And tell me if you see the light.
It's so much colder in here. No,
It is. It really is.
it's way colder.
The bedroom is?
Yes.
Probably pushed it back in there.
You could feel it. I can't even, I'm not going in there.
Yeah, actually, the temperature is dropping.
It does not want me in that room.
I'm gonna set this out here and see if something comes walking in. This is just the same as the millimeter. I mean, there's something moving around. It's the same thing. Like, the numbers went up on the other one, so it's right up with lights. So, not a problem taking that shit. I just need a little bit of light. Yeah. We're all here. Can you tell us a message in 1 or 2 or 3 words? Give us a message. Sometimes it works pretty good. Sometimes it don't work at all. It's tough when I get close to the city because there's so many strong radio stations.
It's here. It's here.
Are you okay?
It's here.
Are you okay?
It's here.
If I get farther
It's
away
in.
from the city,
You want to get out?
It's here.
Come on.
It's no. It's here.
quiet, and we know if there's anything.
Who the fuck said you could come here? Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! You get out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! You get the fuck out!
Yes.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! You know, don't come here! Don't come here! You get the fuck out!
Bring some sage.
You get the fuck out!
You're gonna get out.
You get the fuck out!
What do you want here?
What? You, no! Off the bed! Off the bed! Off the bed! Get the
These
fuck
your
out!
books?
Get the fuck out! That's my shit!
What's your name?
Yeah, no.
Come on, what's your name? What's your name?
Alright, we need the bowl. See if you can find it. I'll stand here.
Where's my stuff?
You know Jesus?
Fuck him.
Right. He's gonna come down here and have a little chat with you.
Oh.
You have had your time here, but it's now time for you to go.
Where?
Out. Away.
Where?
Doesn't matter to me
Where?
where. You just need to leave here.
Oh, I need to go back.
Where are you gonna go back to?
I need to go.
Back downstairs?
No. Back. I need to go back. You gotta let me go back.
Where's back?
Oh, it's far away.
Is it? Are you alien?
No. I just.
Were you a human once?
Yes. Yes.
How many years ago?
Long.
Hundreds?
No.
50 years?
No. Yes.
Who was
no.
president? Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
How'd you die?
I lost it. I lost everybody. I lost everybody.
Was it a war?
No.
Boat accident? Flood?
No. No, it was my.
Murder?
No, there was no. It was.
Snowstorm?
No, it was some people that were not nice. I did some things with some people and they were mad.
You did Satanism stuff?
No, just money.
Well, then why you pretending to be
Money.
so evil?
Mad.
You're just mad?
Mad.
That's simple enough, because I can be friendly enough with you that we should be able to get along a little bit and try to figure out how we can take care of you. Do you want to go up into the light?
I don't know what that is.
Light is Jesus. When you cross over, you go up to the heavens eventually. You know, you don't have to go right now, but you can go to the light and eventually then go to heaven. Do you want to go?
I need my stuff. I need my stuff.
You
Where's
need-
my stuff?
What else do you
took
need?
my stuff. I have some stuff.
Bring the other book in.
I need some
I'll
stuff.
get,
I need my stuff.
You'll get the other book. So if I throw some holy water on there on you, it ain't gonna bother you? Probably not.
I don't know. I'm probably doing like that.
Does the sage bother you at all? Did I push you into a corner in here?
I don't like that stick.
The fire stick.
That I don't like.
Are you afraid it's gonna burn your property?
No, I don't like fire. Their fire was bad.
All right. Tell me right now why you were bothering Erica. Why her?
It's so easy.
Easy.
It's so easy. It's just so easy. I was bored. I needed something to do. It was easy.
Use your power to move this ball. Show me how powerful you are. Can you move that ball? Push it off your books.
And
Can you do that? You can't, can you?
no.
I didn't think so.
I mean, no. I just like fucking with her. It was easy. I'm bored. I'm just bored. I'm stuck in this fucking apartment and I'm bored.
Did you follow her around to other locations?
Not really.
To her boyfriend's house and stuff?
No,
or is that just her
no,
she's
I
just
like-
afraid when she gets there? You're just stuck here.
She let me stay here.
Well, she did, didn't she?
Yeah.
She didn't give a real strong fight to get you out of here.
Well, she doesn't really know what to do with me. It's okay though. I think we're getting along pretty good for the most part.
Well, she's moving out, so what are you going to do now? You're just going to stay here, wait for the next person? What if you're going to follow her with that, with your private items here?
No, I know. I need to go back. I need to just go back.
So we need to, the only way you're going to get back is if we send you to the light.
I need to go back home. I need to go back home. I left.
What state?
It's
What country?
it's a house, and I left some. I didn't take care of my family. I left them in that house, and they got hurt.
Outside.
They
Go
got
another
hurt.
window. Tell me what's outside.
They got hurt out there in that house. The fire, the burns. They got hurt, and I was not there. I wasn't there. I didn't save them. I left them.
Touch my hand.
You
You can do it.
I can't
You can't?
reach you. I can't reach you.
If I touch you, are you going to have to move? Are you going to disappear to somewhere else in the house?
I need to
Go home.
go, and it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. I didn't
Save them?
I didn't save them.
But you know that
I don't know
God
where they are.
forgives. God forgives, and God has already taken care of them. He has forgiven you, and you are already. All your loved ones are all taken care of, and they're all waiting for you
Where?
in the light.
Where?
They're all in the light already with Jesus. They're all safe. You're sitting down here all by yourself. Why not go join them? It seems silly for you to be waiting down here. Everybody's already forgiven you. You're forgiven. You have to forgive yourself.
I was not home. I wasn't home. I left them.
But they are okay. God has taken what you feel you have left off. God has come in and taken it and has taken care of this.
God fucked up. He took my family from me.
God protected your family as they headed into the light and into the heavens.
I lost it. I prayed, I went to church, I did everything like that, like we were supposed to. I was raised that way. We did that. I did that. And then my family died. They died. God fucked up and took them. He took them. I had nothing.
Something on earth took your family.
No.
God didn't take your family.
I trusted him. I trusted him.
And he forgave all their sins. And he's waiting to forgive your sins.
Good people. They were good people.
Absolutely.
He took them from me. He took them from me.
Only temporarily.
So, I'm mad at him.
Is this the Bible?
I'm mad. Oh,
It's
where?
catechism.
What?
Catechism book?
Yeah.
God has brought them to a better place.
Okay.
I want you to look up right now and see if you can see them. Can you see any family members up there?
Do you see any bright lights at all? There's a light up there somewhere. Do you see it? You gotta look up. Be looking up. And tell me if you see the light. Do you see it? I see it. It's getting stronger. Do you see it? Is it kind of far away, but you see it, right? It's getting stronger. Is it coming towards you? It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. The light is coming at you like a beam. It's bluish. It's starting to take in this whole corner of the room where you're at. And it's getting brighter. Keep looking up. Because that is where your family is. That is where your Savior is. You need to get into that light. Get yourself into it. Touch it. Get into it. And move with that light. You need to get into the light.
I don't see what.
Your family wants you. Your family is up there calling out your name right now. They're like, please come here. There's comfort. There's peace. There's forgiveness.
Jerry!
See?
Jerry, come see us!
Jerry, head on up there.
Jerry!
Look up, Jerry,
Jerry.
and move.
Jerry! Hi! I hear Jerry! Jerry, come!
Jerry, are you heading up there?
Oh! Jerry!
Come on, Jerry, head on up.
Jerry! Everybody's here waiting for you. We're at the.
Let me know how
No, we're
Erica
here,
and her mom are
Jerry.
feeling right now.
Jerry!
Jerry, head on up.
Jerry! Oh,
Is it bright?
there's something here. Somebody's here. Somebody's here for Jerry.
Jerry, grab their hand and head on up.
Somebody here for Jerry.
The light is here with us right now.
Jerry, where's everybody? Where'd they go?
They're waiting for you. Follow the lead
I don't know where we're going.
of the angels. Follow the lead of the angels and follow them into
Where's
the light.
Jerry!
Don't worry about taking anything with you. You don't need nothing when you go up there.
I
They've
don't
got
need my-
everything up there.
I don't need my books.
Everything's up there ready. You
Yes,
don't
I
need
don't need my
nothing
books.
else. Nope. He's got books up there. All your books are up there ready.
They have books. I don't need the dresser.
Don't need a dresser. Nope. It's all up there.
Can we go?
Absolutely. Please, Archangel Michael, come help us. Help Jerry find his way. Cut the ties he has with Earth. There is no reason that he
Bye.
needs to stay here anymore.
But Erica, goodbye! Goodbye! I gotta say goodbye to Erica.
Erica, say goodbye, please.
Bye, Erica! Bye! Bye!
Archangel Michael, take Jerry with you. Take him to his
I
family.
need to go now.
Cut all the ties.
I need to go.
Cut the ties on Earth.
Where?
Up into the light. Look up, Jerry, and move towards the light.
It's gone.
He's gone. Jerry is gone.
You feeling okay?
Yeah.
Great. Jerry is a good guy. He just was a bit confused.
He's confused.
And he just needed a place to,
On top of that, he was bored.
he needed some direction. He's frustrated with being here, but it took a lot of convincing. And with the help of Archangel Michael,
Thank
Jesus,
you.
we thank you
Yes.
very, very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Because we could not have done it without you tonight. You have done us a great favor, and we owe you a debt of gratitude, as I do every time I go someplace. You've been a great help. The angels, other spirit guides that helped out tonight, we thank you all for helping.
It's just it's safe now.
It is. It's a little more comforting. You have somebody that's been around for a long time, and it's
Yeah, there's a little bit of floaties,
yeah.
but it's okay to be in here. This is your bed. It's okay to be in here.
There was apparently a fire at some time, and a lot of his stuff was damaged. Maybe only a few things made it through that. Once that happens, he might grasp onto the only few things that are left in the world that he feels comfort in, something that he has a memory of, whether it be a piece of furniture or books. We definitely knew there was something going on with the books, right? And we kind of pushed things around in here. There was something else that he wanted to go back to the old house, like something he left he felt uncomfortable with. But the bottom line was that it was all something that doesn't exist anymore. There's no time and space really in the gray realm, so he does not have an understanding for that. He just knows that he can only see certain things and have certain feelings, right? And so he's just been hanging out here kind of lost. The only thing he knows is the couple of comfort things he has here. But now, you know, we just explained to him that, you know, he's already been forgiven. Why hang around? You're done. You're done. You know, Jesus forgives. That's what he does.
Could there have been a house here at one time?
Absolutely.
Property? And it's something with the basement in an old house, it almost seemed like an old, like, you know, where there's a bunch of houses, 2-story, with a basement.
Like an old neighborhood.
Yep.
Like an old neighborhood, yeah, just older.
Older
yeah,
yet, yep.
Yeah,
But not Eisenhower, you know.
Yeah, Eisenhower.
yeah.
So it was from the age of Eisenhower, and he was president.
1950s, right?
Because we done research that, because that's not the first time I've run into somebody from that era.
So the book that he might have been attached to was from 54. So.
Right, there you go. But we might want to take that one book that really
That's okay with me.
had a lot of the bad energy. We'll secure that, we'll bless it, put it in the bag for now, and put it with the other things we've collected from other places.
There it just popped up. It's 1.2, 2.8.
There's also medications they can use to rid of negative and evil, different things like that. And you can get rid of attachments.
I don't know if we're still getting any energy off this. I'll try to. And now it's kind of quiet, but now this book has got absolutely nothing here, so.
Yeah, it first registered when he opened it in the bedroom and he picked it up.
Right.
I had her sage it just now.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because it was reading 2 point something
Oh, I wish
plus.
I would've got it on
popped
video.
up to 7.8, yeah.
So, this particular book here, The Voyager, blah, 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 was given off up to a 2.9?
Nope, 7.8 was that.
7.8.
Yep.
And
Very
now,
exciting.
I mean, we done saged the book, and now it's at 0, so.
So it'll be a year that I have been here next month. At first 2 to 3 months, I was sleeping great, everything was fine. If I had to kind of put a pinpoint on when I started being really uncomfortable here, I would say it was after I went and had that tarot card reading.
So why did you have the tarot card reading?
So we had a girls' night, and a bunch of me and a bunch of girls from work. It was somebody's idea that we just went and did. I remember after that tarot card reading, I did not feel good.
Right.
I was very upset. To the point where, like, my girlfriends were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I just kind of want to go home." I took a picture of all the cards. I remember she pulled 2 death cards, and I was like, "What does that mean?" And she was like, "Oh, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna die." And then she pulled another one, and it was a man crouched down, writing on a piece of paper. And she said, "Yes, he is trying to tell you something. He needs you to know something, and he is trying to convey that to you." But my hair dryer in my bathroom, the settings on it kept changing from cold to hot, and it was when I wasn't even using it. But my hair dryer in my bathroom, the settings on it kept changing from cold to hot, and it was when I wasn't even using it.
So here we are, we're Eagan, Minnesota. We get a call from a friend of ours who is a sensitive to things going on in the paranormal. And she called us in for some assistance with a friend of hers that was suffering from severe depression anytime she was in her apartment.
Right, anger, fear.
Fears, anger. It was
uneasy.
Yep, all the time. Hadn't lived in the apartment now for well over a month because she just couldn't handle the negative feelings she was getting every time she was in it.
And then to the point where she would be in the shower and feeling like it was standing right outside the shower curtain.
Right.
Laying in bed and felt like it was pacing at the end of her bed. Or she couldn't breathe at times.
Right.
Like it was almost like sitting on her chest.
Right.
So a lot of negativity, a lot of changes in personality while she was there. Typically a positive person, happy, relaxed.
Not getting sleep, not getting decent sleep.
Right.
You know, she would be at her mom's house or somebody else's house. sleep just fine, go home, not get sleep. A lot of the stuff on the walls, etc., it's all pretty modern. It's a modern setup. Amongst all this modern stuff was this little stack of books next to this dresser. They're on the floor, about 6, 7 of them stacked in a pile, and they are old books. I could see it from the, not even before I walked in the room, I could see that they were just old books. They stood out like a sore thumb. And I'm like, we better check these out, you know. And so you guys, you did then, right?
Yeah, we picked them up and put them on the bed, and I started going from top to bottom. She was using them as a decoration for their looks. I mean, they look neat.
Mm-hmm.
They'd been on a end table prior to that. But as I was working through the pile, I homed in on, just like you homed in on the stack of books, I homed in on a particular book, partly because I'm interested in it. I've read some of her stuff before, but that's the one I kind of was attracted to.
Right.
And with our millimeter, I was checking all the books as I went down, and then this one jumped to a 7.8,
right?
8, right. So then several readings after, it was, interesting thing is, it was highest in the bedroom, but when I took it out, I was still getting high readings, but it dropped quite a bit. It was more like 2.98, 3 point something, so really still really high readings.
It could have literally had its hand on that book.
It could have been right there with
right?
the book. Yeah, at that point it popped right up, and maybe it stepped back at that point, but so that was pretty significant.
Because the rest of the books had nothing, right?
None of the rest of the books.
0.0.
Yeah, one was a family heirloom. It was her grandfather's, and there was nothing there, and then the rest were decorative. Yep, nothing until I got to that one.
So we had one book with constant EMF.
Yep, it was bleeding it off.
Yep.
Until I had it saged.
It's a small apartment. I mean, it's real small, so there are only really two rooms in the whole thing.
Right.
One big bedroom here, a bathroom kind of right there, and then a living area / kitchen all together.
Yep. Our friend got up and she headed back into that room, and I just thought that was off. Had a feeling that I needed to go to her and check on her. So I go in the room, and she's back by that dresser you had mentioned. Her back was against it. And I came in, I could sense something was wrong. So I put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, well, we need to get out of here. And then that's when she started yelling. And at first I thought she was yelling at the spirit, but then I realized that the spirit was yelling at us through her.
You had to know that wasn't me, because that was not even my...
No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even your voice, actually, so...
And then that's when you came in.
Exact same thought, yeah. I'm out in the living room. All of a sudden I hear this yelling going on. I thought, she's really letting loose on this spirit in there. But then I realized it's not her talking.
No, she was letting loose on me
and
at that point.
What was the terminology you used?
Oh, like a transient possession.
Transient possession.
Or some people would call it
fits it great.
Like a channeling.
Yep.
As well.
And from there on out, we had a situation where our friend was there, and not only her voice but her actions were that of the man we found out, whose name was Jerry, and he was a ghost.
And he was mad.
And he was mad.
Yeah.
He was real mad. So I apologize for the profanity. So we had an experience with this type of possession, a little different from the other possession we've dealt with in the past. But this one we were actually there, and what an opportunity to be able to talk to a ghost like me and you are talking here. Not quite as casual. And in my mind I wanted to ask more questions, but at the time I just felt that this man was unstable. I didn't know how long he was going to last. how long was he going to continue to talk through?
One approach that you took was to test it, to try to see what it exactly was.
Yeah, I tested it, and if I felt I was losing him, I tried to distract him occasionally, like with a book or something. You know, I'll be honest. I've never talked to a ghost that directly before. So, I may sound a bit unusual, the conversation I'm trying to have. But it's not every day you sit down and have a conversation with a ghost, right? So, you know, I learned from my experience. Next time, I've got a whole bunch more questions in my mind that I wish I would have asked this or this and this. You know, but in my mind, immediately, I felt things go in a certain direction, and I decided that at first my initial thought was just to chase him out of the apartment, just get him out of there so he wasn't bothering that lady.
Right.
But after we conversed for a while, it just kind of transitioned to a crossover. And whether it was the right time or not, it came together, it all happened. And I think everybody's better for it. So
I think so. Yep, the place cleared. You could feel the residual energy leaving, and she felt way better.
Yep.
At the end of it.
We went around after it was over, and we took the meters and measured every inch of that apartment. The entire apartment was 0.0, except for like the electrical box.
Well, the electrical box and different things.
All those areas where we had gotten measurements in our initial walkthrough and our different times we were moving about the house, all of it was gone.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this.
Yeah.
No, nothing measuring anything in this room at all right now. I mean, before we could walk through and I could walk around here and get point ones, point twos. It's completely quiet right now.
0.0. This entire house, this entire apartment. Then we had one little thing there with the chimney, though, right?
Yeah, that was interesting. So she had been experiencing. Actually, she would get headaches by the chimney.
Headaches, chills.
Never felt right by it. Never started a fire. It was a real fireplace.
Yep. Chimney.
And with the chimney and all of that. And we had lit the sage and had it burning by there. And it was while you were over there with the oil, I think.
Well, you went over there with the sage first, and you guys saged.
I started smoking the thing out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was when you were over there as well.
Yep, I came over after you were done saging it, and I went to anoint it. And just like in the other week before when I did the garage with the anointing oils, the minute I finished anointing not the chimney, but the framework of the fireplace, all of a sudden the pipes up and down that chimney.
Yep, they were shaking and you could hear like a rushing sound.
Yeah.
Yep.
An incredible, like something was.
Yeah, and it was going long enough that you called me over and I could hear it.
Yeah.
It took a little bit to subside.
And that noise had never occurred that entire night.
Yep.
Like that, until I anointed it, and
it stopped after that.
Yeah, it rattled for. I mean, it only lasted about.
Well, it's hard to even say.
15 seconds at most. But loud enough that people in the room could hear.
Yep, the mother heard it.
Yep, and then it ended, and that was that. I have no fear that anybody else is going to move in there and have trouble. The lady is moving out, so she's, with her experience she had, she didn't want to go back to stay there. And not to mention, Jerry himself, the ghost, and now he's with his family.
That angry fella.
Yeah, he started out quite angry, and in the end ended up with his family, so we hopefully gave him a lot better
outcome than roaming around all bored and screwing with people.
Right, stuck in this apartment building. We'll continue to help people.
Help them as much as we're able to.
So keep an eye on our website, keep an eye on our YouTube, and watch the videos. Please like them, please share, please subscribe.